What's up, guys? It's sharkeatyellow here again. As you guys can see here, I have a empty jar deck. This is the February 2004 empty jar deck, to be more exact. And I'm gonna go through the deck list first, guys. So and then after that, I'll explain why this deck is really good, and at the same time why it didn't see that much play back in the days when, you know, decks like Go Control and the that Chaos deck that I showed you, that won Worlds. You know, this deck really didn't see that many play, and I'll tell you why after I do the deck list. So without further ado, let me go through the deck list. First one, Cyber Jar, 2 Donzaloos, 2 Morphing Jars, 2 Morphing Jars number 2, 3 Needleworms, Sandgin, Sinister Serpent, 3 Spirit Clarent, 1 Vampire Lord, Witch of the Black Forest, 3 Book of Moons, 3 Book of Tayus, Card Destruction, Creature Swap, Dark Hoe, Graceful Charity, 2 Gravekeeper's Servant, Harpy's Feather Duster, Nobleman of Crossout, Offering to the Doomed, 2 of those. As you guys can see, this is the Japanese version, and this is the English version. Japanese version looks better. Next is Pot of Duality, Regeki, 2 Shallow Graves, Gravity Bond, Imperial Order, 2 Magic Drains, Mirror Force, and last but not least, 3 Wabakus. So this deck is pretty much self-explanatory. You know, you use this crap to mill the shit out of your opponent and just deck them out. That's all you have to do. This is pretty much evolves into the empty jar deck that you see today, except that they don't have broken, busted ass cards like these, this, you know, stuff like that. Okay, now the reason why people didn't play this deck, because of 2 cards that you see here. First card being Morphing Jar, and next card being Needleworm. I think at the time these cards came out as a Super or an Ultra, I really don't remember, but they came out in a pack called Tournament Pack. These packs, or Champion Pack, one of those two, I think it was Tournament Pack. These packs were so hard to get, and the cards were so hard, you know, to pull these cards. These cards skyrocketed in price. Like Needleworm, I think, was $130 to $100 each, and Morphing Jar was like $200 because of the ability of you drawing. Don't quote me on that, I really don't know, but I knew that these cards were super hard to get, super hard to find, super expensive, and this deck, not a lot of people played it. So when you see someone play this deck, people would just get demolished because they didn't know what to do, you know. The only way to beat this deck was pretty much Nobleman of Crossout, but that card was at 1 at the time, and these guys knew a way to stop that card, like Magic Jammer and Imperial Order. Pretty much Imperial Order, you can see a lot of spells here. You know, this card negates all spells, but they'll only use Imperial Order to negate this card, this one particular card. I know, right? Or they'll use it to negate, you know, cards like Offering to the Doom, so they won't destroy their crap. They'll use Imperial Order that one time to negate mainly Nobleman of Crossout, and then the next standby phase they just won't pay the life points and just get the card destroyed. That right there is how they played the deck. I know, it's weird as hell. Same thing with Magic Jammer. They'll use to destroy this card because this card was a nuisance from hell. This card would just destroy the deck. As you guys can see here, this Cyber Jar just gave it so much consistency. I mean, from hell. Destroy all the monsters on the field. Reveal the top 5 cards of the deck. Special summon all monsters. Reveal level 4 or lower from the deck in either face down defense or face up attack, and the remaining go to your hand. That right there just gave so much damn advantage to your opponent. I mean, so much damn advantage for you, and then you're allowed to, you know, set these cards. Oh my god, that right there just completely destroyed it. And that's one reason why this card was banned. Well, not really, because not a lot of people played this card, but the reason why is because this thing just gave so much, your opponent lost so much advantage, and then you got so much advantage, especially when you played it in a deck like this. Spirit Clarent, you guys might be wondering what the hell this thing does. what it does is that when this card, first he has to be flipped. When this card is sent to the graveyard by being flipped, each player special summons one monster from their deck, either in face-up attack or face-down defense. So it kind of works like Shallow Grave, except Shallow Grave you special summon them in face-down defense position only. But I wouldn't mind seeing this card actually being played nowadays. I really don't know if it'll work in the meta nowadays, but it's actually a pretty decent card, and it might work out. But you know, that's up to people nowadays. I can see this card being played in the future. You know, Vampire Lord, just you know, he's a Vampire Lord. Just discards crap out of your opponent's your deck and just screw them over. In case they summon a really big ass monster, you have Vampire Lord to tribute into. Donzaloo, you're not going to use his discard effect. You're mainly going to use him for to send 2 cards from the top of the deck. This deck is pretty much self-explanatory. I really do not have to explain how this deck works. If you guys know how Empty Jar works nowadays, except that this was more control based and back then, and right now it's more of try to deck out your opponent as quick as possible. This, you just control your opponent with Gravity Bind, you control your opponent with Magic Jammer, you just stall, you know, just try to get these guys in the field, flip them face up, you know, mill your opponent, just pretty much you mill, draw a bunch of cards, mill, draw a bunch of cards, mill, draw a bunch of cards. So that's pretty much the deck list, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. And as you guys can see here, I am showing you decks that are not just like Teledad and Go Control and Troop Dupe, even though I did show you Go Control. But I am showing you other decks there that were good in that format. But, you know, like for example for this one, it was really that played because of the expensive and the scarcity of Morphing Jar and Needleworm. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have any suggestions of other decks you want to see, please leave them down below. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this series. Please give me 10 thumbs up. And I'm pretty much done here. I have been doing, this is already like the 15th time I've been doing this video, and I'm gonna stop. I'm tired. So pretty much it, ladies. Peace, and I'm done here. See you next time, and bye.